Did he really? this common council meeting of the city of Dunkirk to order on this second day of September 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Clerk, please conduct the roll call.
Councilmember Leskowiak. Here. Councilmember Zatorsky. Here. Councilmember Stoyl.
Here.
Councilmember Nichols.
Here.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Here. Thank you. Clerk, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For joining us this evening, next we have a certification of prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the regular common council meeting of Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 was presented to the mayor on Friday, August 29th, 2025. Pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof, I have here to set my hand and seal of the City of Dunkirk, New York, the second day of September 2025.
Is there a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented? Moved by Councilman Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Leskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky. Aye. Councilmember Stoyl. Aye. Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, the minutes are approved as presented. Now move to privilege of the floor.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case each individual appearing shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing any group who shall be limited to a maximum time of 5 minutes. The privilege of the floor is reserved for members of the public to speak on any subject pertinent to the affairs of city government. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits. The chair may determine in their discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. The chair shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or not germane. The time limit specified shall be adhered to, except the chair may allow any person speaking to complete a statement or thought started before such time expires. And a longer time may be allowed by the chair with the approval of the majority of the council.
Privilege of the floor is now open. If there are any members of the public who wish to speak, please step forward, state your name and address, and address the council.
This is William Dumps, 500 McKinley Avenue. This was going to be addressed to the mayor about why she has not hired an animal control officer, because me and my neighbor are having an issue with our neighbor having 4 dogs. I've had a fence up for almost 55 years. It's 3.5 feet, and the one dog, which is very mean, jumps my fence. And my neighbor has called the police. They have not shown up. I've called the police twice. My wife called the police. They did send 2 officers. They told me their hands are pretty well tied because all they could do is call the owner. The owner shows up an hour later. We're hostages in my home because I can't get out to get my trash out on Tuesday morning because this dog has jumped the fence. He is on his way to his resident because he rents it from his father. He called a friend. The friend came. The dog has no collar. It's a pup. And he could not dare to touch the dog because he showed all teeth. And right now I have a bat, which I keep outside in case he jumps the fence. The neighbors did say they would put him on a collar and a leash, but the other dogs, if you go out and trim your yard, the dogs are right there barking at you, showing teeth, everything. His fence that he put up, I believe, is illegal because he had no building permit for it. I would like to talk to the building inspector or whoever to come and see. I have pictures of his fence. He has stuck some of the barbs through my fence. If I have my great-grandkids come over, they're going to end up getting a piece of that barb in their head, unfortunately. I don't want to cause harm to any animal. I have animals of our own. But I'm going to protect me and my wife, because my wife cannot move very well with her knee situation. So I would like to get something done as soon as possible. And this was all directed to you, Mayor. I would like you to get an animal control officer on your staff now.
As soon as I find one, I'll hire one.
That's all we've ever heard.
Okay. Well, nobody wants the position, so I appreciate your comment and your input. As soon as we find somebody who's willing to do that job, I will absolutely hire them.
Thank you, sir. I'd encourage you to provide us with your neighbor's address so we can take a look at that on our end.
Sir, is that Bob? I'm sorry, who was that individual? I'm sorry, who? Did I speak to you earlier on the phone today? Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I spoke to another individual today with dog issues.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? Okay, going once, twice. Privilege of the floor is now closed. Next, we move to communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor Dovias.
I have nothing.
Thank you. Next, we'll address communications from the public and petitions.
Request from Pastor Raquel Rosario to hold church service at Memorial Park on September 27, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Any questions or comments from the council? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Moved by Councilmember Luskoviac. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Zatorsky. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Request from Andrew Webster to have a water stop at Point Gratiot for the 42nd Annual Chautauqua Bike Ride on September 13th, 2025, from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Request from the Variety Children's Charity of Buffalo and Western New York to have police presence at their demolition derby at Chautauqua County Fairgrounds on September 20th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
Yeah, Chief, are we okay with this? All right.
Anything further? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve, subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions? Moved by Councilmember Stoyl, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Loudspeaker permit request from Pastor Raquel Rosario to have microphones and speakers for a church service at 77 Lincoln Avenue on September 6th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
Hey, does this guy got permission from the neighbors?
I was just informed they got signatures from the neighbors.
Pardon me?
They got signatures from the
Okay,
neighbors.
all right.
Anything further? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Zatorsky. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Loudspeaker permit request from Pastor Raquel Rosario to have microphones and speakers for a church service at Memorial Park on September 27, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Zatorsky, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskowiak. Aye. Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
Loudspeaker permit request from Arsenio Colazo Ortiz to have a Bluetooth speaker for church picnic gathering at Dunkirk Splash Pad on September 6, 2025 from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Any discussion, council?
Do we do that for private groups for the splash pad?
Can anyone speak to that?
That's a Saturday.
Well, it just sounds like they would want to have a speaker near the splash pad. It's not necessarily requesting sole use of the splash pad.
Right.
So.
Well, it's a church picnic gathering at the splash pad.
Right, but it's not, they're not requesting the splash pad. They're just going to be over there. So if your kids wanted to go, they couldn't, tell them they couldn't. Right, I mean, right?
Right.
Who knows if the water will even be on?
Anything further, council? Okay, do I have a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve? Moved by Councilmember Zatorsky, seconded by Councilman Stoyl. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Lyskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried.
We have a walk-in communication. It's a request from the Dunkirk City School District for police coverage at the Dunkirk Secondary School for the 2025 varsity football games.
Any discussion, council?
No, it's just that we'll just change the date there for the last to 2025 instead of 2024.
We'll make sure we communicate that with them.
Christ. Okay.
Chief, you're okay with that?
Okay, in that case, do I have a motion to refer this to the PBA? Okay, moved by Councilmember Zatorsky, seconded by Councilmember Nichols. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Lyskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols. Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye, motion carried. We'll now move to reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilmember Lyskowiak.
Yeah, the September brush pickup began this morning in First Ward and will continue consecutively with each ward. Generally, it is the First Ward this week and so forth for the month. Randy, do you wish to say anything else?
Oh, it's going well. We have a lot, as we all know, and we'll adjust as we go. But I'd like to commend the Streets Division of DPW, supervisor and all the workers are out there. It's a very intensive project. They're very well coordinated and they will clean up as they go. It takes a little bit of time. After they clean up, after they do the main pickup, to clean up, but they'll do it the same day. And after this meeting, I'll go drive around and make sure that's done. But this was the first day of that. We have a short week. Try to get the first ward done this week, but we try to ask people to follow the regulations in the recycling calendar. They say that, keep it 4 feet in length. That's helpful. That my good friend Dave Van Way, who's retired from Streets Division, said that that's kind of archaic. It was when we used to put the brush in the back of the packer. We can take a little bit bigger than that now, but not much. We don't like 10, 12-foot pieces, so think about what our guys have to do. And it does cost us some money. We're going to haul it back, and then we have to hire a tub grinder. In my opinion, the brush solid waste should be a regional approach, maybe a county help, and we all ought to work toward that because it's a pretty expensive ticket on the city's end to do this. So I'd like to also commend Deputy Prohibition for thinking of some new ideas to save some money. I'd also like to thank Attorney Raimondo for helping to acquire the land west of the Streets Division buildings on Lucas Avenue so we can plan on what we're going to do with that. We will be custodian for that. It can't really be developed because of some issues there, but we do need it to hold all our millings and things like that, and we some kind of plan. We have a grant tentatively in place to get a new salt shed, keep it away from the creek, keep the one that's 40 years old from falling in the creek. So that's pretty much all I got to say about the brush pickup right now.
Thank you.
I would also say, Councilwoman Nichols called us as well, so to thank her about that property.
Thank you.
Thank you, National Grid, for the 150 backpacks filled with supplies that were donated to the city's back-to-school bash last week. Thank you to the city's parks and events departments for their tough and tireless efforts this past spring and summer seasons. I know you were asked to do so much. I hope to see everyone. All are invited at the 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony next Thursday in front of the fire headquarters at 311 Eagle Street at 9 a.m. Everyone, be wary of children. They are back to school as of today. There will be an economic development committee meeting on Tuesday, September 23rd at 4 p.m. in the new mayor's conference room on the main floor of the Stearns Building, right next to City Hall here. We hope you will join us to see the hopes and intentions that would benefit residents, businesses, and the community as a whole. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Zatorsky?
Randy, very easy yes or no question. Have the salt trucks been ordered? Purchased, looked for?
We have a quote for them from Enterprise, and what I have to do is go out to bid. The trucks are in stock. We have to change the steel back to a stainless steel back, or the salt will rust them out, but the trucks are there. We have to go through what we call a mini bid, and then we hope to have that on a council resolution either the next meeting or the first meeting in October, and then do a purchase order and get those trucks in November.
So the money's still available to buy those trucks?
Absolutely.
Trips?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Stoyl?
Yeah, Al, in your spare time, can you take a run up at 51 Ruggles? Take a look at the rubbish situation up there. It's all over the yard. The people have been on my... And they're looking for help.
Gladly.
And Randy, what is it going to take to get this Robin Street thing done?
The good news on that, been many hours on the phone and emails with CSX Railroad, and also with the Federal Railroad Administration, and also with the New York State Department of Transportation. They're setting up the public hearing. We'll have to conduct that. Just to remind everybody that was the idea of CSX. They want to close it. They own it. We've spent a lot of our money on there to the tune of maybe $70,000 to try to make it work. We don't know. We'd like to, we're out to bid right now on making West 3rd Street look like East 3rd Street, same type of striping, so that people park in the right lanes and things like that. So I think that would encourage that whole area to look better. But we want in my opinion, I want CSX to close that up in a safe way. But we have to go through the process with the DOT, with the railroad and things like that. So it's moving. It's not intended that it will cost the city anything out of our tax money. CSX is to pay for that, and it'll take a directive from the Federal Railroad Administration, which has been very helpful to us. The FRA got the pavings done on Route 5 at the railroad tracks over by the Moose Club, and then also the 2 sets of railroad tracks on Route 60. You know, with having a good relationship with them, got that done. Also with the FRA, I just got approval for another 3-year extension of our quiet zone in the 4th Ward. There's 11 crossings that the Norfolk Southern, soon to be a division of Union Pacific, does not blow their horns between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. That will be a regulation for another 3 years. We have to be very careful to abide by the requirements of that because there's safety issues to think about. But we do have officially, I just got that on Friday, a continuation for another 3 years to the quiet zone. So a lot of things to do with the railroad. Number one, in my opinion, after we got the quiet zone done, is to work with everybody to get the Robin Street Tunnel all buttoned up as soon as possible.
I'll just offer a suggestion. We could save some money by just, when you're milling in 3rd Street, just put them in the tunnel.
I think that's one of the options. Some people have a romantic attachment to that tunnel. Maybe I shouldn't have used that word because I don't know what happens in there. but it's, I think perhaps it should be barricaded so that if in the future, all of a sudden, everybody behaves in the world, we could open it back up.
Not happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Elliot,
Yes.
what's it gonna take to make that Main Street beach a city beach? It's not a beach, no, it's not considered a city beach. What's it gonna take to make that a city beach?
Just extra lifeguards.
Lifeguards? I'm being told lifeguards from...
Yeah, it passes the bacteriological test to be swimming there, but we can't have people swim there because we're not staffed for lifeguards.
Well, the reason I'm asking is there's some projects in the making for our police department to do some patrols down in that area. And I think the chief and I both think that if it was a city beach, we'd probably have more.
Yeah, right now, that actually is, that it was transferred over to the New York State Parks Division. That restroom over there is owned by the New York State Parks Division. It's kind of surprising, but there is like a New York State Park right in that area. So we, as a surveyor, let me look into that with the city attorney and get back to you on what we need to do to help the police department out with what we have to do to make it that way. Public Works will help all I can.
With the police proposal, that it would help the people out there too,
Okay.
safety-wise.
Look forward to it.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Everybody relax. Nancy?
Okay.
Thank you,
thanks,
Councilman
Judge.
Nichols.
Isn't it up to the water testing too, to see if it's safe enough to be swam in?
Yeah, but I think Councilman Stoyl was referring to some other issues.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but I did, as I mentioned, the county does test that beach. It tests all of our beaches. And maybe you probably shouldn't swim in Cedar Beach. Well, you shouldn't swim in any of them that don't have the lifeguards,
Right.
period. But in terms of water quality for swimming, Cedar Beach tends to be stagnant water. So that one is one that we probably can keep cleaner than maybe it is. Tends to accumulate a lot of seaweed on the shoreline too, but it's probably never going to be a bathing beach, just by the nature of how the circulation of water right there. But Main Street, that would be great. And if those of us that went to the presentation that Vince and the mayor put on last week with a Buffalo Niagara waterkeeper, to have it look like the Pacific Coast Highway,
Right.
all the way from Main Street to Wright Park, and have these things look like Presque Isle with these tombolos of natural sand there, volleyball nets every 100 yards, just fantastic. So that plan looked beautiful to me. And we've been talking about it since at least it was recommended in the late 90s, and I think we're close to, it was nice to see the mayor bring Buffalo Niagara River Keepers further than Buffalo Niagara. Now, the city of Dunkirk is part of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, so that's going to open up a lot of extra resources of knowledge and hopefully money to get things done.
It is a beautiful, beautiful beach area down there, and it was this summer really, in the cabanas and everything that were down there, it was like you were looking at something in Florida. It was
And we should thank Jason Sislevich at Parks Division and our #1 beach cleaner, John Romanek, and everybody in the Parks Division for keeping it looking like the Riviera.
My turn, okay, you're done? Sure, one more? Just to pick up where Natalie left off, the streets and brush collection every street will be gone through once, and if you look at your curbside calendar that the city graciously puts out every year, it will give you guidelines on it, when to have your libs at the curb. And if you have any questions, call 366-9832, 716 of course, and they'll be glad to answer all your questions. It's just please abide by the guidelines that are in your curbside schedule. Chief Ryder, could you touch base on the open burn policy in the city of Dunkirk?
Sure. They're currently in the city code. There's no unauthorized burning permitted. So any little campfire, anything like that, that's currently not permitted. But if that's something that council wants to revisit, we could look into that.
And would you like to make the formal announcement on 9/11?
Sure. The professional firefighters are hosting their annual remembrance ceremony in front of fire headquarters starting at 9 a.m. next Thursday, September 11th. It's open to the public. Ask you to attend. Same with council and everyone here. We'll just mark that anniversary, pay our respects.
Thank you. Thank you. In Sunday's paper, there's a very disturbing article regarding the contractor's dispute with the city. It's a little upsetting that council reads about it in the newspaper, but regarding the demolition, the demo bidding, I believe that all bids that are to be accepted have to go before council in the form of a resolution, and that's in regards to city charter and city code. And I really don't feel that after having a discussion with Mr. Woodbury, that it was handled in a proper way in writing of the newspaper. I don't know who can respond to this, or if we cannot respond to it at all, because your name is mentioned in it as well, Elliot.
I was going to ask that we go into executive session regarding litigation, because anything we say, you can become a witness and go from there.
Okay, because if somebody doesn't know the city policy on what, it's up to the council. Once bids are open and the bids are there, then it comes through in resolution form. And we've not seen anything, we've not heard anything, except when you open the newspaper and you see that, once again, we're getting sued for something. We as council have no clue on what's going on. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Our next Finance Committee meeting will be held this coming Friday, September 5th at 10 a.m. in the Stearns Building, first floor conference room. Moving on, it appears there's no unfinished business, so we'll now address the pre-filed resolutions. Clerk, please introduce resolution number 43-2025.
Resolution 43-2025, authorizing fund assistance to the senior center for a cleaning person.
Is there any discussion, council?
I just want to ask the mayor and Ellen, do we have the money to do this?
We do not.
I did not think so.
We do not have the money to do this. I don't know where this resolution came from. I saw it today, and I just want to put it out there that if this resolution does pass, I will be issuing a veto notice and attaching the budget. There is no money for this, which is why the part-time cleaner was stopped from working at the senior center. We do have documentation going back over 30 years where the senior center at this point in time should have been self-sufficient to be able to pay for their own cleaner. And it's nothing against the seniors, and this is really a financial decision. If we find somebody to rent that space out, we can certainly work on terms that would address the cleaning of the space, but at this moment, we do not have the money to hire a cleaner.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's, I mean, if we've been, it's not addressed it wasn't addressed in the budget that it should be eliminated, so there's no reason why we can't continue. We've been doing it for decades, therefore it's kind of a binding agreement, unset agreement, and, I mean, the baby boomers are the biggest population in the United States and Dunkirk, and to take that away from them, I think, is hostile.
Is there further discussion, council? Are we interested in taking a vote on this at this time, or would you prefer to table it?
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing no further discussion, clerk, please call the roll for the vote on resolution number 43-2025.
Councilmember Lyskowiak.
Aye.
Councilmember Zatorsky.
No.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye. Motion is adopted. Okay. Is there any further new business to be discussed this evening? Attorney Raimondo, it sounds like you'd like us to call in an executive session to discuss matters of litigation.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, is there a motion to enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing matters of litigation? Moved by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Luskoviac. Before we vote on this, I'd just like the public to know we will not be taking any public action after we conclude the executive session, so there's no need to stay unless you'd like to. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Luskoviac.
Aye.
Councilmember Zatorsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Weiser.
Aye. Motion carries. We'll now enter into executive session. For the record, the time is 6:01 p.m.
Kelly, do you want me in that?
I may.
Are we able to use the mayor's conference room?
We do it now. We don't have that.
Yeah, where do we go?